Your dog's routine is not making them feel secure the way you think it is. It is making them shut down. There is a difference. The walk at the same hour, the quiet afternoon, the empty room, the bowl on schedule, all of it can look stable from your side while feeling flat and inescapable from theirs. This video will show you 5 signs most owners miss. It will show you how to tell when routine is comforting your dog and when it is draining them. Most owners think a good routine is simply a consistent one. It is not. A familiar routine and a suitable routine are not the same thing. Your dog can know exactly what is coming next and still not be coping well with it. That is the part people miss. Here is what matters. The schedule itself is not the truth. The dog's behavior inside that schedule is a walk at the same hour, meals on time, the same quiet stretch every afternoon. None of that automatically means the routine is working. It only means the pattern is predictable, and predictability by itself is not comfort. Not always. What matters is whether that pattern gives your dog enough control, enough recovery, and enough room to stay regulated instead of simply getting through the day. Changes in how long dogs are left alone have been linked with separation-related behavior. That does not mean every fixed routine is harmful. It means routine is one of the first things to examine when behavior starts to shift. So stop judging the day by how organized it looks from your side. Start judging it by what your dog is doing inside it. Because the routine your dog knows best may still be the routine wearing them down. 1. This is the sign most owners call clingy, needy. Dramatic, or just a little badly behaved. It is not always any of those things. When your dog starts reacting every time you leave, or even when they notice the routine that predicts you are about to leave, you should stop calling it personality and start looking at the pattern around it. Here is why. Dogs do not only react to absence, they react to the build-up to absence. The shoes, the keys, the bag, the movement toward the door. When that reaction shows up again and again around the same part of the day, that is not random. It is information. And what makes this matter more is that changes in how long dogs are left alone have been linked with separation-related behavior. Not every dog, not every routine, but it is one of the clearest signs that the daily structure itself deserves a closer look. So watch the repetition. Not one noisy goodbye, not one difficult afternoon, the repeated pattern, the same tension before you leave, the same reaction when you do, the same difficulty settling after. That is not just attachment. That may be your routine pushing your dog into distress every single day, quietly. 2. This one fools a lot of people because it looks like improvement. Your dog asks for less, moves less, checks in less, stops following you room to room, stops bringing you toys, stops trying to start anything at all. And because the house feels easier, you assume the dog is finally settling down. That is not always what is happening. A quieter dog is not automatically a happier dog. Sometimes it means the routine has become so flat, so repetitive, and so poor in stimulation that the dog is no longer expecting much from it. Not relaxed, withdrawn. Yet there is a difference. Watch the small things. The dog who used to get up when you reached for the lead and now barely lifts their head. The dog who takes the treat but does not stay engaged. The dog who lies in the same spot longer, watches less, initiates less, and seems present without really participating. None of that looks dramatic. That is why people miss it. Environmental enrichment has been shown to affect dog behavior. So when a dog's daily life becomes too empty, too narrow, or too predictable, behavior can shift in the wrong direction without becoming loud. Not every quiet dog is unhappy. But when the silence comes with reduced interest, reduced initiative, and a routine that offers very little back, that is not good behavior, that is warning. 3. This is where a lot of owners miss what is right in front of them, because they wait for a big trigger, a loud noise, a stranger, a dramatic reaction. But dogs do not always get stressed by the big thing. Sometimes they get stressed by the small change that keeps happening around the big thing. Watch what happens before the reaction, before the pacing, before the barking, before the dog suddenly will not settle where they usually settle. Did someone new start coming through the house at that hour? Did the room setup change? Did the dog lose access to a usual spot? Did the day start shifting in ways that look minor to you but feel different to them? That is the part that matters. Environmental change has been shown to increase stress in dogs. That does not mean every small change at home is a problem. It means change itself belongs on the list when your dog's behavior starts shifting and you cannot see why. So do not only look at the moment your dog goes over threshold. Look at the lead up, the tighter body, the hesitation at the doorway, the extra scanning, the refusal to settle. Stress rarely starts where you think it starts. It usually starts earlier, quieter, and closer to the routine around your dog than most people realize. 4. A routine starts going wrong the moment your dog has no real say inside it. They eat when you decide. Walk when you decide. Rest where you decide. Interact when you feel like it. And because they stop resisting, you assume they are fine. They are not always fine. They may simply be complying. That matters because choice changes behavior. Enrichment has been shown to affect dog behavior. So if your dog's day has become too narrow, too managed, too repetitive, the problem is not just boredom. It is that nothing in the routine belongs to the dog anymore. 5. Some routines are active and still exhausting. The walk happens, the feeding happens, the visitors happen, the noise happens. The day keeps moving, but there is no real decompression built into it, no easing off, no softer stretch, no space to come back down. And environmental conditions can affect stress in dogs. So start watching, not just for activity, but for recovery. Not just for obedience, but for choice. Change one thing at a time, then watch what your dog does with that change. A good routine is not one your dog has learned to endure. It is one they can actually live inside. Your dog does not hate their life. They are not trying to be difficult. They are living inside a rhythm that may not fit them. And you have been reading the silence, the stillness, or the compliance as proof that everything is fine. It is not always fine. So watch the 5 signs again. Watch the leaving pattern. Watch the withdrawal. Watch the tension around small changes. Watch how much choice your dog actually has. Watch whether the day gives them any real way to come back down. Then change one thing at a time and judge the result by your dog's behavior, not by how correct the routine feels to you. That is the difference, not love or no love, listening or not listening. If you want to understand what your dog is carrying before it turns into a bigger problem, follow Mr. Hidden Mind. We do not just look at behavior, we read what is hiding underneath it.